Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Minus Dimension server. And today I'm starting in the shopping district because I need a set of mending books, or just one mending book, because my elytra are basically dead and I need to be able to mend them. But before we do that, let's go into the Jack. And this is Jack's joke store. Only a moron would use this store. But let's start off the day by getting ourselves a joke or an insult. Guessing an insult's red. Let's go for an insult. And our insult is... okay. Take your one iron. Done with that. Okay, so we're going to start this episode by getting ourselves a mending book, and I am told that this massive building here is the place to get one. So this is the... oh, it's sundown. Let's just sleep through this. Okay, so I'm told that this place here is the place to buy a mending book. Now this is Stingray's shop. Well, he sort of started the store, but there's also lots of independent sellers in here, and I believe there should be something in one of these rooms. So we need a mending book. Mending. Stingray, restock your store. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's annoying. I'd sort of relied on the fact that I was going to get a mending book while I was here, and then just sort of fly back to my base and have an easy life. But it does not seem like that's the case, which is sad because this is 1,000 blocks away from my base, and it took me quite some time to walk here. So I'll just time-lapse getting back to the base. Okay, so I've just stopped via Jack's XP farm again, and just to show you this on camera, this is Jack's XP farm, and it is loud as hell. But this is a bed I left here. This is loud as hell, but basically it burns kelp and makes green dye, and turning this lever on means that it stops the furnaces from passing that straight through to hoppers below. But it means that all the XP is stored up in here, so you can get a ton of XP. And Jack is very nicely charging me 5 diamonds every time I use it. So this is costing me an absolute bloody fortune. But it is saving me a lot of time because I don't have to go and dig for XP. Ugh, another 5 gone. And one of the things that I really need to do on an episode soon is make myself an XP farm, because I'm not going to lie, I can't keep on affording to pay those prices. Oh, I've run out of food. Oh dear God, this is going to be a long walk. Okay, I'm going to have to go back and steal. I'm going to steal some of Jack's food, but then I'm going to pay him a diamond, because I feel like a diamond for enough food to get back to my base is worth the absolute ridiculous walk back. Do you have cooked chicken? McNuggets? I like McNuggets. Are these cooking somewhere? Hopper's going somewhere. Floor below. Give me cooked chicken, man. Excellent. I'm going to buy... what is a fair amount? I heard an arrow. No, I didn't. What is a fair amount? I feel like 10 chickens for a diamond is incredibly worth it. Like, Jack, if you disagree, you can... I don't know. Charge me more diamonds at some point, but realistically, I am pretty much funding your entire farm at the moment. So let's just leave that where it is. And 1 extra diamond. That's for the chickens. I will give you your chickens back if you're not happy with this deal. Okay, now back to the base. I literally get lost every time I come this way. Okay. Okay guys, so we're just about to come around the corner to the base, and this is the starter home for the Cyberman. Once we get up this hill. Oh, can't even render. Come on, guys. It looks better when it renders. Let's go over here and show you what this thing looks like. Okay, so for those who've been watching the series so far, you'll know that this is my little pathetic mud hut, which I started off with, and also a sign from JackLad and a box of stuff, which is awesome. His channel will be linked at the bottom of this video in the description, as will Stingray's, whose shop we went to earlier. But what I want to show you now is the house, which you've already seen because you've clicked on the thumbnail. However, this is the Cyber Mansion. Get it? The mansion. Jokes being used twice, still not funny. But this is probably going to be the thumbnail. Look how pretty that is. Apart from the house is hideous. But we'll talk about that more in a moment or two. The idea behind it is it's meant to look a bit like a French chateau, and I don't like how it looks, to be honest. It sort of depresses me. I spent a very long time making this, and this looks pretty small from here, but it is absolutely enormous. Now this took about 30 hours to make in total, which is a depressingly long amount of time for something that you're not happy with. I like the gardens, I think they look pretty cool. We'll walk through those in just a second and I'll show you the house. And I really don't like the house. I think building with smooth sandstone is probably the worst thing I've ever done, and never doing it again. Mostly because A, it takes forever to melt it down, which I used the super smelter for and it still sucked. And more importantly, because it doesn't match any colours and it looks hideous. So here is the garden. We've got our fountains running down the middle, which I quite like. And on a nighttime this looks insane with all of the lamps, and if it turns into nighttime, which it will, you'll see what that looks like. And we've got our tree-lined areas here, which I think look quite nice. Down here we have our pathways, which are nice and big. We've got the topiaries and the bushes, and I quite like the look of these. These bits are my favourite part of the build. We've got the lamps around the outside as well. There's no lighting in the middle of here, so these probably will still have mob spawn. And yeah, the difficulty on the server for some reason seems to be incredibly hard. So I prefer not to have any mob spawn, because basically I'm crap at this game and will get killed undoubtedly. But this is our entrance to our house, and yeah, it looks pretty cool. I think coming out here you feel a bit like a pimp, and super ballin'. Can't wait to invite the guys over for dinner. Oh, we have a dungeon. It's not really a dungeon, we'll show you that in a second, but something's in it, which is a bit annoying. And all of this took so long to terraform. Now I am going to do probably a time-lapse video. If you guys want to see it, I'll do a time-lapse video of the build. But yeah, it was about 30 hours in total, so the rendering on that is just going to take an absolute lifetime. So making the video may take some time. But when we come up into the house, we can see that we've still got the sandstone effect. The only thing I've actually put in here so far is an enchanting table, which I think looks alright. I mean, we don't have any internal walls yet. That is going to be coming soon when we actually decorate the inside, because that is one of the most important things with a build like this, to make sure that you actually decorate it and not leave it like I have, completely unfinished. And then up in the roof we've got the attic. Lots of windows. You can see out to the, I suppose, the abyss of nothingness. And if we look out of this window, I purposely left a little hole in the window here so we can actually see what it looks like from the roof. We can come up on here and watch the sunset over the endless nothingness. That's slightly terrifying. And if we look back here, we can see what everything looks like, and hopefully nothing spawns up here while we're up here, because that would be depressing. In fact, let's just make sure nothing does. Oh good, I am not an idiot. I use bottom slabs, so nothing can spawn up here. Okay, so the sun's going down now, so we can start to see what the lighting looks like. And yeah, I just really like this effect. So if you are watching this, let me know what you think about the, well, I suppose any of it, the house, the garden, the build, what you think, because ultimately that's why I made it. And I think it is quite cool, but let me know what you guys think. Now, as we go onwards, you've already seen what it looks like at night now, it's very nice. Now I'm gonna sleep so that I don't get killed by things. Okay, now I would love to jump off this roof, but I built this house just a little bit too high, and it does just a little bit too much damage when you fall off it. Even the stairs do. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you guys, as part of this build, is essentially what's underneath it. So I found that whenever you build a big house like this, often you end up filling it with chests or storage, and that's fine, but actually really you want something that's handy, that's quick. You don't want to have to run up into the house constantly just to be able to get to a chest to get something out. Stupidly, I made the garden massive, so if I want to go in and out, I'm still going to have to run the length of the garden. But down here we have our nice little area where the staff would work in an original French chateau. So this area at the moment has not been done yet. This is something I'm probably going to be doing later on, either in this video or in a different video. But this area has not been done yet. And what I've got so far is a nether portal, which I used to get to the desert where I got the sand from, to save me having to travel 1,000 blocks every time. And yeah, I think this is probably where I'm going to store everything, just so that I can quickly run into the house, grab the stuff that I want, stick it in the chests, and we'll get out of the chests, and then go straight on with my merry business. But at the moment, one of the biggest problems I've got, one of the next tasks on the to-do list, is to sort all of this rubbish which is basically just jumbled crap that I have been collecting since I started on this world, and it is a royal mess. And at the moment, finding anything is just the worst. Like, I'd rather just make new things than try and find them. It is the worst. Now, if we come up here, we can go into the bottom of the house, and I still need to work out, you know, how I'm going to make this all look, and get attacked by mobs because I didn't light it up very well, because I'm a massive noob. And hopefully not get killed by this skeleton, because that would be embarrassing on the video. Excellent. So yeah, at the bottom of this house, probably going to take this down a few layers and actually make this a usable room. But it's not meant to be a dungeon, it's just that French chateaus used to have like boarded windows at the bottom of the basements, and I couldn't get any sort of boarding on the windows, which is why the windows of the house look awful, which is another reason why I hate this build. But less about the build and more about what we're going to be doing. So the next parts of my episodes for the Minus Dimension series are going to be A, clearing out this section, and after that we've got a few other things that I want to be doing. So as I said, I don't know how much more I can afford of using Jack's XP farm, but that said, it is pretty awesome. So I may end up either making my own XP farm, which I don't really want to do because it's effort, or building a train track to Jack's, which is be super secret and hidden so that he doesn't know it's there, but it does mean I can get in and out of his base whenever I want to. I also want to find out a way of getting to the shopping district, and again that might mean building a 1,000 block long rail line that goes there, because at the moment walking that distance is just the worst. But at the moment I don't have any great need to go to the shopping district, because I've not really started playing the game properly, because I've just been building this ridiculous garden. And what else do I want to do? So I also need to make sort of creeper farm and sugarcane farm so that I can get myself sorted out with my elytra when I get some mending, and I'm going to need a mending book. So there's a lot to do. I think I'd like to get a shop at some point in the shopping district. I'd like to get the XP farm. I'd like to get a creeper farm or a sugarcane farm. A cow farm for some food. I need a map room so I can actually start mapping the area and work out where we are. A semi-auto crop farm so that I can actually start trading with villagers, and then I actually need to find some villagers and get myself some sort of villager breeder or trading centre sorted out so we can get cheap trades. There's just so much to do, and I think whenever you start a season like this, it is just head spin to try and work out what we're going to do. But I think it's a good start. It's a nice little starter house. Again, let me know what you guys think, and if you want to see any of that stuff that I've just been rambling on about, then do like and subscribe, and make sure you hit the bell so that you get notified when I upload these videos about the stuff that I'm talking about. For example, big semi-automatic greenhouse might go here so it fits in with the style of the building. Look how ugly this building is. It is hideous, absolutely disgusting. I honestly might just leave this base where it is and go and make another base somewhere else because this is so disgusting. I probably won't do that, but it is ugly. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and as I said, if you are interested in checking out the other videos, I'll link those at the end along with a circle with my name in it. Click that if you want to be really lazy, as an easy way to subscribe. And I will link some other videos, probably the start of this season and some of the other videos at the end of the video. And if you're interested in this, or if you've enjoyed this video, do check out some of those other things. And that is everything I'm going to be telling you for this video.